The United States Army is capable of a lot, but some gamers are questioning its understanding of satire. The Army recently left some people baffled by its latest recruiting technique, which involves a Helldivers 2 tie-in.
Represent the best of what Super Earth has to offer.
There's a bit more context here, but even with that, the sheer image of this booth is a bit of a head-scratcher. It was set up as a convention, and it wasn't actually geared at getting people to enlist in the Army's professional esports team, which, yes, exists. Someone thought that they'll be able to rope in more gamers by showing off the hottest shooter of the moment. But anyone who's played Helldivers 2 could probably tell you exactly why that's a bad idea.
Together for liberty! Together for liberty.
Pictures and videos of the Army's esports booth started making the rounds online, and gamers took a break from speculating about if Helldivers 2 will land on Xbox to dunk on this recruitment method. While images of the booth have quickly spread on social media and most folks just got a good laugh out of the situation, others took the opportunity to get deep about military propaganda.
It is every man, woman, and child's duty to protect our home, our culture, and our families.
Plenty of video games feature crossovers and make references to real-life products and organizations, but this is a very different kind of tie-in, one that might not have directly involved the developer at all. Gamers immediately pointed out that someone on the Army's esports team clearly didn't understand the satire at the core of Helldivers 2. This has either amused or frustrated fans of the game to no end. One Redditor wrote, "Helldivers subverts military propaganda by hammering home how expendable you, the Helldiver, are." Another echoed that point, writing, quote, "Perhaps they missed the subtle undertones of war is bad."
Spread managed democracy throughout the galaxy.
It's not too hard to believe that someone missed the point of Helldivers 2 and picked the totally wrong game to use to advertise a booth for the Army. There are still people who think that Starship Troopers is a straightforward action sci-fi flick after all. However, another Redditor raised a different possibility. This checks out. Full Metal Jacket was made as an anti-war film to embarrass the Marines, but it drove up recruiting. Same with Jarhead. The Army's just jumping on what's popular right now. And to be fair, it's far from the first time a video game has been used to entice new recruits.
This is what we do.
This is what we do.
This is what we do.
The military has used video games as a recruitment tool for years, and is leaning in even more now. This particular Helldivers 2 booth isn't some shocking new development, but it's part of a growing trend that helps explain why the Army has an esports team in the first place. In recent years, there's been more of a push from the military to find new ways of using video games to encourage new recruits, partly because recruitment numbers have reached record lows in recent years. Does playing a video of a satirical, anti-war, co-op-only game make sense as a means of recruiting new members to an Army-sponsored esports team? It's hard to say, but most commenters seem to think that the irony is lost on the booth organizers. Regardless, people are going to keep dunking on the Army's Helldivers 2 booth until the next big Helldivers development comes along. The unanswered question here is whether or not Arrowhead Game Studios knows about the booth. Maybe we'll get a comment from the Ministry of Truth via CEO Johan Pilestud's social media feed. But odds are good that the devs are keeping their heads down and working on creating new content and fixing some of the biggest issues plaguing the game.